Malta. It's got a wonderful landscape, weather, friendly people. It's got the potential to be an absolutely fantastic birding holiday location. But there is one big thing standing in the way. It's no exaggeration to say that the entire landscape of Malta and Gozo is littered with these block-built shooting hides. If I were to scan around these hills here using my binoculars, I'd find hundreds, if not thousands. I know that sounds like an exaggeration, but it's not. And this one, look, is littered with these old cartridges. I wonder which bird might have fallen from these sunny skies when hot lead rained out of here. It's falling apart, but some of the others are quite ambitious architecturally. Some of them go up several stories, block built, looking pretty perfect, but they're not ancient structures. Most of them have gone up since the 1980s, and the more recent ones aren't so ambitious. They're simply scaffold towers with a tent on top. But you know, standing in here, I can't help but feel that this would make a fantastic bird watching hide. You know, if we stopped shooting and started bird watching. I've already seen a flock of bee-eaters go over, pallid swifts, wheatears. Such a shame. Now, despite all of these obstacles, I've got to tell you that the night before last, I managed to have one of my most remarkable birding experiences for some time. Look at that. That's the best view of Montagu's harriers that I've probably had since the 1980s, when one landed right alongside me in Wiltshire and I nearly burst. I mean, I'd pay to come and look at this. You know, this is a bird watching spectacle. There's no denying that. But having to watch it knowing they could be killed is going to put people off spending their money. You know, this island has recorded, I think it's 384 different species of bird. And the migration here in spring and the autumn is fantastic. This could be an ornithological nirvana in terms of ecotourism. People could flock here in greater numbers than these Montagu's harriers just to enjoy birds, and it would contribute significantly to the tourist economy at the beginning and the end of their summer season, thus boosting that season. I mean, there's a good economic argument for stopping hunting. And just as I said, stopping hunting, blam, blam. 2 shots ring out. Thankfully not over there, but over there. Oh dear, well that was the punctuation that we weren't looking for, wasn't it? We left the harriers as they went to roost, but in fear of their safety, BirdLife set up a night watch. Unfortunately, their fears were very soon justified. Nim, what's been going on there?
Well, it's beginning. There's been a push of harriers.
We saw them coming in, and they went down in the dark. We saw all of that, but then what happened?
Then people lamping, shots in the valley.
Lamping? You mean they're going out with
torches?
torches?
They're going with torches in the field, and obviously they're, you know, aiming to shoot the birds.
Well, definitely after those harriers?
Definitely. I mean, there's 100%, you know.
Not after rabbits?
Not after rabbits. I mean, that's what you'd expect in England, but no, it's the fields that the harriers went in. So.
And so, what did you see? You saw the torches and heard the gunfire.
Saw the lights. What we did was we started to film. Then the lights went dim, and we saw blue lights that were the ALE blue lights.
The police.
And then exactly the police, and just went dark. And then we started seeing the blue lights over there, but the lamping stopped. So either they were spooked, but no shots from there. Then we had shots from just beyond here, and I came to know that one of the police units actually apprehended a man with a shotgun. So just one.
It's beyond belief. The volunteers kept up a watch all night whilst we went to bed, but only briefly. We all got up at, well, I got up at 4 o'clock. What time did you set your alarm, Jez?
20 to 5.
20 to 5. You sleeper in, you sleeper in. But we're back out here on what we might call Harrier Hill, where the Montagues went to roost last night. The night watch team have been out all night. They've had no more action from hunters. The police turned up, which was good, probably keeping them away. So now we're here for when it gets light to make sure that the early birds don't shoot any worms. Do you know what the thing is though? This is one little patch in Malta, and it's highly likely, because so many of these raptors came in yesterday. There are other groups that BirdLife and Cab spotted, that there were plenty that they didn't. So all over Malta this morning there are Montagues harriers, marsh harriers, pallid harriers, and they're going to be in the line of the guns, and there's not going to be anyone there. It's just got light. We're at the bottom of the valley where these harriers went to roost. They went somewhere down there beneath that hill, and there's a strong police presence here this morning. There are at least 10 police officers seem to be having a briefing halfway up the hill over there, which is reassuring, of course, because it's a lot less likely that there's going to be any illegal hunting when everyone in this valley can see those 10 policemen. So that's a good thing. Good morning.
Yes.
Did you find anything?
No, we had one person who was carrying a shotgun last night.
Yeah?
At about 9 p.m. I think.
Yeah?
He was somewhere inside here.
Did you arrest him? Is that illegal?
No, we didn't arrest him.
We just told him off.
No, well, we took the shotgun.
Oh, you took it?
Yes, surely.
Oh yeah, you confiscated that.
We seized the shotgun.
Yeah.
And the ammunition.
Yeah?
And then we'll take him to court.
You will take him to court?
Yes, surely, of course.
That's good.
Of course, yes.
That's good.
Now we have to go to the on another place, because there was some honey buzzards here.
Oh yes.
They left here and they went to another place up here. So we have to follow them now.
Okay. Thanks for your help.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Cheers guys.
See
Bye
you.
bye.
See you.
Ruth.
Yes.
Luke.
Yeah.
I'm a novice here. Do you normally get that many police out at a site like that? I mean, there have been 3 vehicles, there were at least 10 policemen, and the inspector himself is somewhere up on the hill.
In my experience, no. I've not seen this many police at one site ever before.
What's it about then, do you think?
Yeah, I don't know. Even at like flamingo roosts and stuff like that, I've only seen like 1 or maybe 2 cars maximum.
They know we're up here though. They know the BirdLife, volunteers and cabs are up on this hill and have seen these. So I don't want to be cynical, because we're grateful for their assistance, but it might be that they've really put in a show this morning just so that they, are saying that they're taking this more seriously. At least the harriers got off. I mean, they went right over these 2 guys in front of us at one point. Well, they may not have wanted to shoot them, of course, but they couldn't have done with that many police here. But if they're all here, gunfire, if they're all here, then they're not somewhere else where there are other birds. So, look at that. That was absolutely fantastic. A mint, beautiful male Montagues harrier. I remember seeing my first one in the 1980s. I nearly burst, honestly. It was so fantastic. And you think these things in the UK, if they turn up and breed, people flock from all over the country to see them. Hundreds, thousands of people will go and see them during the course of the summer. They're like national treasures when they get to the UK, and yet here they're targets. Of course, it's not just Montagues that are targets. Out on another regular patrol, another team spots a hunter.
Hey!
He's got 2 dogs. One of them is carrying a bird in its mouth.
The dog found it.
Okay.
It's not mine. Okay, we better film this. Shampoo.
It's a little bittern. The hunter denies having shot it, and he makes a sharp exit as soon as the police are called. Despite being called after the police were, I managed to get to the scene long before they actually arrived. It's unbelievable. It's absolutely unbelievable.
It's the first little bit I've ever seen. It's like a dead one.
It's the first little bit you've ever seen.
Yeah, I see it in a dog's mouth running along.
Terrible, isn't it?
What are the chances?
Beautiful little bird, isn't it?
Yeah.
The first one you've ever seen.
Ever.
Ruth?
Well, I'm just worried that it might be one of the ones that I watch in the Somerset levels.
We don't know whether little bitterns move through Malta to the UK, do we?
We don't know, no.
But they could do.
They could.
Other birds do.
Yeah. I just don't know. But it's so sad.
The other thing is that the police haven't arrived, have they?
Nearly an hour since we called the
It's
police.
nearly an hour, okay. When the police do eventually arrive, they're not as happy about being filmed as the officers we met in the morning.
Eva, look. Okay,
Turn off the cameras.
the officers don't want the camera.
We don't want cameras.
Film from over there, that's fine.
No pictures of us. I'll take his camera and the call equipment. No footage whatsoever.
They very quickly put the bird in a paper bag. They effectively whisk it away. Now, we were on the way to the vets with another injured bird at the time, so BirdLife Malta's press officer, Rupert Macefield, offers to take the little bittern with us so that we can confirm if it was shot or not. The conversation becomes increasingly heated until this happens.
You're under arrest. You're under arrest.
For what?
For filming us.
Okay. It was
I
filmed.
told you 3 times. Now don't keep going. Get inside.
And this is odd because for the last couple of days, even this morning, the police have been really amenable, very helpful. They've allowed us to film them. They've spoken to us and told us what they've been doing. But this particular group seemed to be not particularly interested from the start. And if anything, just mildly uncooperative. Well, uncooperative. That's what's happened. So Rupert's being taken away in a vehicle as we speak. It's just about to drive by. Let's get out of the way.
Okay.
This is what we're up against, you know. We're trying to enforce illegal shooting, and for that we need the cooperation of the police, and on this occasion, very sadly, we didn't get it. So after an hour of waiting, unbelievably, the BirdLife staff member is in custody and the hunter is still very much at large. Frankly, it's not the outcome we were expecting or wishing for. Tune in tomorrow to find out what happens. In the meantime, please help us make a difference. Go onto the website chrispackham.co.uk. There you can find 2 things that we'd like you to do. Firstly, write to your member of the European Parliament. And secondly, if you can afford it, please donate to BirdLife Malta's appeal. Thank you.